How's it going, gang? It's the final render here, and welcome to another episode of Fallout 76 Camp Building. And today we're going to be doing one which is big. B-I-G. This is going to be the biggest build we have done so far in terms of building. In fact, we used up so much camp budget, it was a little bit irresponsible, but we're going to have a fantastic build here today, and I know you guys are going to like it. Remember to make sure you hit the like button on this video if you enjoy the Fallout 76 camp content, and also remember, share spike, share spike. Let's get a share spike going so we can get as many people watching this video as possible. And remember guys, if you're new, remember to go ahead and subscribe to the Final Render channel. Let's go! So for this Fallout 76 camp build video, I have come to a spot right by Bravo site. This is a really cool spot right at the top of the Savage Divide. And it's a really nice spot because we've got a fantastic view of Appalachia. You can even see some of the missiles coming out of the Bravo site, which is very, very cool indeed. But the nice thing about this area is that it's got a huge amount of flat ground. No matter where you go inside Fallout 76, it's very hard to find flat ground, especially with an amazing view like this of Appalachia. So we're going to be building a lovely cliffside manor house. Let's go. So starting off, we're going to place down our camp unit right in the center so we can access most of the area. And we're going to build our foundations. As I said, this is a manor house, so we're going pretty darn big with this build. I want to have a massive building, which is very different to what I normally do. Normally we do small buildings, but more on that later. We're actually going to go and have the slightly stepped look that we have started to use here on the channel. We have a very small gap in between the different floors, just so we've got like a little 6-inch step, which looks really, really nice without actually using steps. It's a nice way to kind of divide up rooms without actually having walls. Kind of makes the place feel a bit bigger than it actually is. And we're also going to divide up all the sections of this manor house by changing the floor. That way you know what kind of rooms you're in just by kind of looking at the floor boundary. And as I said, huge amount of space, but it works out really well. And now, we're going to be using a new technique which I had never used before until now. This was how to make curved walls. I first saw Jug doing this not too long ago. Fantastic channel. And thank you very much to you, Jug, for going ahead and working out this technique, because I'll definitely be using it a lot in the future, of how to make curved walls. It's not perfect. It does take practice. But in the end, you can get yourself a really nice curved walls by kind of abusing the doorway / wall section in there. Because walls you can't go and place without a foundation. But you can place the door down and then remove the foundation. So you can then swap it over later. It's very clever. And we did have a little bit of a gap here. This is mostly because I made a few mistakes when making the curved wall. So we're going to turn that little area into a water purifier area. It means we've got a little bit of dirt inside, which is perfect for water purifiers, of course. And when you take a look at it from the front, it looks really, really good. The only problem with this kind of curved wall building is that it does take up a lot of space. We obviously only have the full walls. We don't have half walls, for example, as in half on the vertical, so we can't make the curve any smaller. But here we are with the kind of look of the place done. You'll definitely notice the left side of the building, the curve looks much neater, because that was the second one I did. I started to practice a little more, and the second half of the wall looks really good on the left side. But the overall template of the building is now in play. Huge amount of space. And let's start adding a second story. We're going to have the walls pretty high on this and kind of have like a sloped look on the roof. So it looks like the building's going higher than it actually is. Also a bit of a nightmare getting the roofs in here when you have got this curved wall design, because the roofs don't actually want to snap onto the curved pieces because they intersect with each other. So you kind of got to play with the perspective a little bit to make it look like you got a curve on the roof. And here we are with all the roofing done and the second floor done. Looks really, really good with the little towers we have got on the top. And the roof, unfortunately, does poke out quite far, but it does still kind of look good. It looks kind of like one of those Japanese homes, which have the roofs going much further out than the actual walls do. And the interior feels very spacious and cozy. I really like it. We went with the brick so we can have the flat walls on the inside, perfect for putting up posters, paintings, and other decorations. And the nice little step we have in between every room really separates the rooms out. It kind of makes it feel like we have separate rooms without actually having the separate walls, which I really, really like. And now, of course, people, we have a bit of a predicament here. Fallout 76 camp budget is very tight, and we actually had to scrap a lot of the stuff we built on live stream. Right now, you can see us building a little workshop area, and unfortunately, all of this had to be scrapped, because unfortunately, when it comes to Fallout 76 camp building, you don't have much space. Pretty much the same, in fact, for our little water purifier area. We had to reword that a little bit. And we also decided to use the electrical conduits in here in order to save space and not have wires dragging everywhere. Actually looks really good, that does. But unfortunately, it does take up a lot of camp budget. And stuff like that I wanted to keep. But unfortunately, camp budget kept causing a problem. But in the end, because we had certain things we couldn't get rid of, we had to kind of think about this a bit differently. We even designed this huge band area right at the back in order to get some absolutely fantastic parties going in this manor house. It's a mansion, for God's sake. You need a party. But again, people, camp budget was a problem. So what we are doing instead is building every single room, filming it to show you guys so you can get ideas and learn from the build, and then we're just going to delete it and then build the next room. It means every single room we can't keep, but it is immortalized in the video. So I hope you guys can appreciate that, and that's why we don't have all the rooms still in the build. We actually had to delete the rooms in order to make new rooms. But starting off here, we are having a really cool botanical garden. I love this idea of having a little interior garden inside the place. Nice little tranquil place, because if you think about it in terms of Fallout, you might not want to go outside. There might be acid rain, there might be monsters, but it would be nice to chill in a little garden area, wouldn't it? So we went ahead and built this one right here. Looks really, really good. We've got lots of plants in there, which we got from the White Springs. Those are the White Springs planters in there. And we've also got this really nice copper statue in the middle. And what we did with the copper statue is put a fireplace on top. So it looks like, kind of like a goblet of fire. Or a chalice of fire. Sorry, copyright. But the actual place looks really, really good as well. It looks like a really cool place to relax. And we do have quite a bit of space in here also. You can get around this copper thing no problem in order to access our workshop area at the back. And the lighting we got with the fireplace, the Nuka-Cola quantum signs, and also the cycling lights on the ceiling looks great. Now it's time to redesign our workshop area. So for the record, that little botanical garden we just built has now been deleted, so we can build this area back here. Unfortunately, that's just what we had to do in order to film every single room. Overall, we make videos first, camp second, you know what I'm saying? But it means we do have some budget here for this workshop area. It's a very tight little workshop area, but I like it when we have a little small workshop area. It makes the place feel very practical in a way, because you've got all the workstations and all the tools kind of at arm's reach. It means you can very quickly and easily work in here. And here we are with the place fully done. We've got some really pretty signs in here, and we've got lots of pretty lighting as well, thanks to the construction lights, which look really good in a workshop. We've also only just got all the space to get all the workshop in here. But if you take your time with it, you line everything up perfectly right against the wall, you actually should be able to get all the workshop in a single 2 foundation area, a little 2 foundation rectangle. Should be able to get them all in there. And now the workshop has been deleted, we can move on to our living room area. The living room area is just going to be a nice place to sit down and chill, watch some TV, play some board games, stuff like that. And we really spent a lot of time with this area on making all the little tables look good. You'll see what I mean, but we got some half walls to make some little alcoves in there to make you look like you've got a little bit of privacy in there. So if you just want to chill and read a book, you don't have to talk to everyone else. You can kind of sit in there if you want to, with some really nice book stands and some really nice floral decorations in there as well to make the place feel a little bit more lived in, a little bit more natural. And something I really like about this area as well is that you can actually see into the water purifier area. That's just a little touch, but it helps make the place feel bigger by having the windows on the inside. It kind of gives it an extra sense of scale. And we're going to put lots of posters on the wall, because the walls are really good for having posters on when you use the brick, because you've got a nice flat foundation, which I really like. Unlike if you use the wood, for example, where posters look a little floaty. It's not ideal. And luckily we've got lots and lots of space to put things onto our tables, but unfortunately we just don't have that many table items. You know, we don't have an OC decorator or anything like that this time around. But here is the living room fully done. Using this kind of archway, you can go in and decontaminate yourself, and it actually kind of acts like a doorway with that half wall next to the decontamination arch. Also helps separate the rooms out, even though we do essentially have a studio mansion. And we have a lot of little areas in here. You know, we've got the television area, we've got a sitting down reading area, we've got a cooler area. We've got a little area where we can sit down and maybe send letters. We've got like a makeup area with the big mirror. We got lots of cool stuff in here, and it's actually done quite well considering how much space we actually have. And the curved wall look of the living room works really well also. And now it's time for a toilet, of course, people. As some of you may know, I always forget to build the bathroom. Not this time. We got a mansion, so we definitely need a bathroom. Maybe multiple if we were allowed multiple sets of camps and stuff, but no. We've got limited budget, so we're going to go with the one bathroom here. So yet again, the living room has been deleted, and now we're decorating the bathroom here. And I really wanted to have this portable toilet, but in the end I scrapped it because I always use that portable toilet here. And in here we're able to get lots of cool decorations like we've seen before. And we're able to completely cover the walls with decorations. We've got neon lights saying bath time on there. Well, actually, it kind of misaligns because of the wall snap in there. So it actually says Bath Timmy, which is a little bit awkward. But hey, if your name's Timmy, you can come have a bath here. We also made sure to cover the walls with lots of paintings. When you go and kind of stack your paintings on the wall and kind of deliberately misalign them, it looks really neat, actually. And here we are with the bathroom done. Possibly the prettiest bathroom I have ever done inside a Fallout game. We've even got this lovely statue of a woman holding some water jugs, and we put her over the bathtub, almost as if she is filling the bathtub before you get into it, you know? Hopefully she doesn't look at you in there, that would be a bit weird. But we've got lots of cool mirrors from the White Springs, we've got some very pretty red and white lights from the Atomic Shop, and overall the place feels really, really cozy. And now we've deleted the bathroom, and it's time to move on to the biggest area of the build. We have got our bar, band, and dance area right here. This is going to be a really cool little area that we've got. And because we've got the stairs above us, it means we can kind of make an L-shaped bar. It feels really cozy in there, and we can get all the stuff we need for cooking, making drinks, and even serving drinks for when we have parties down here. Lots of neon lights, lots of red flashing lights, because this is a kind of cool party area. And because we have these really tall ceilings, it means we can fill every inch of these walls with more paintings. Again, stack them separately so it looks like you have got lots more space up there. You know, deliberately have misalignments in the paintings. And we've also got all the table space to put all the stash boxes in there. That's probably the best way to make a table look populated in this game. Put lots of stash boxes on there. And also put the floor mats on the table so it looks like you're trying to protect your table. And now, of course, we need the band itself. Because we have this upper story, it means that we've actually got what looks like a lighting rack. We can actually have lots of lights up there to illuminate the band, along with lots of space to go ahead and dance and sit down as well, so you can have a proper fun time if you come down to the final render Cliffside Manor House. And here we go with the place done. The really tall ceilings work really good with this build because it means we can fill them with neon lights and neon signs. The place looks absolutely glorious. Something I really like about it as well is that we have a huge amount of space in here, but it all feels used up even though we still have quite a lot of space left in here. And we've done that just by having little things like making sure that the light rays kind of shine all the way across and having lots of different colors of lights to make the place feel more populated than it actually is, but it still works out pretty good. And we've got all the instruments you can build up here, and we even have a little mixing area back here. Here you'll be able to go mix all the lights, maybe turn up the volume, stuff like that. Little cool little Easter egg in there. And I can totally see how if you brought over your friends into Fallout 76 to come have fun in your camp, you could definitely have lots of fun in here, having your pretend parties and stuff. And now, directly above the band area, we have the bedroom area. I've deleted a lot of the bar, but we do still have all the signs on the back wall, so we can kind of see that in the background of this footage. And for the bedroom area, I just wanted to make a place that was a little separate from the rest of it. So we have it on the second story. Originally, when we were streaming this place originally, it had 3 stories, but that really maxed out the camp budget way too much. But ultimately, I think it was for the best that we had to get rid of that, because I didn't really have enough stuff to actually put in the building, never mind have the camp budget to do something with it. And here we are with the build fully done on the bedroom area. It's nothing too different to everything we've seen so far, but we've really maximized the space in here. We have got 4 foundations worth of space up here, and we've done a good job, I think, of maximizing the space while still having plenty of room to walk around. And we do that by filling every single inch of the wall up here. Everywhere feels busy, everywhere feels cluttered, but at the same time, it feels quite cozy in that sense. It almost feels like you've made a home up here. You've been hoarding all of your stuff and filling your brand new 800 stash limit up here, haven't you, you naughty little scamp? So that's something I really like about this bedroom area up here. We're able to maximize the space without actually having to build anything bigger, so to speak. And there we go, with the build fully done. It looks really nice on the outside. The actual building itself looks good. It's just such a huge shame that we aren't able to keep every single room for this build. You know, we had to delete rooms in order to build new rooms, but ultimately, the build is immortalized in the video. Here you can see the fantastic living room before and after. So we haven't actually lost this place. It is immortalized on the internet forever. And something I really liked about this build is that we tried lots of new things with this build. We tried the curved walls, which worked out really well. we tried the slightly stacked stairs, you know, the kind of little step in between rooms. That worked really well. I'll definitely do that in future. It helps separate rooms out. And ultimately, I think we have made something really, really cool without actually compromising too much. The only compromise we had to make was that we couldn't actually keep it. But for the sake of the video, and for the sake of YouTube, I think we have done a really nice build video here. And I hope you guys enjoyed it yourself as well. And of course, guys, remember, this is only one of many Fallout 76 camp build videos we have here on the Final Render channel. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Remember to check out the cool Patreon people in the description below who help support the channel with their financial donations. You yourself, of course, can also do the same. And I'll see you around. This has been the Final Render, and you've been the audience. Bye-bye for now.